Hello, my name is Matt Kilbride, and today I'm going to be talking about my home state's Pennsylvania charter school law. So, the charter school law in Pennsylvania was passed in 1997. Charter schools were created to improve learning, increase opportunities for students, improve innovation in teaching, create more professional opportunities and freedom for teachers, expand choice for families, and increase accountability for schools. And this is found in the law according to the Pennsylvania General Assembly website. The current state of charter schools in Pennsylvania. There are 155 brick and mortar charter schools, 14 cyber charter schools, and 10 regional charter schools, which makes Pennsylvania one of the largest charter school states in the country. The enrollment in 2015, 2016, there were approximately 141,000 students in charter schools, which is about 8% of the public school population. By 2020, that had gone up to 169,000. Pennsylvania also significantly has the largest cyber charter school enrollment in the country, which are non-buildings, right? Schools strictly online. Philadelphia, my hometown, has specifically had a great number of charter schools. They have 83 brick and mortar charter schools in the city, serving approximately 65,000 students. So what are the effects on schools? The biggest one about this law is the way it's funded, and there's a giant battle over funding. So the perception is that charter schools take money from the public schools. It's not entirely true. Charter schools get funding for all the students, but whenever they take students from traditional public schools, traditional public schools get that much less funding. Cyber charter schools have been a hot button issue because they receive the exact identical tuition as the brick and mortar schools, despite the fact that they don't have the associated costs. A significant quote here from Feinberg in the Pennsylvania Capital Star. He said, even more telling is the fact that 438 of the state's 500 school districts have passed board resolutions calling on the General Assembly to pass meaningful charter reform. So there is a great deal of pushback against charter schools in Pennsylvania, and funding is the big issue, amongst others, but this is the big one. So most traditional public school districts are not fans of charter schools in Pennsylvania. So what are the effects on teachers? A couple of innovative changes. Only 75% of teachers per school are required to be state certified. So charter schools have a bit of flexibility in that sense. And likewise, teachers are not evaluated by a state standard. They're evaluated by the school itself. So schools have more flexibility in evaluation as well. Specific example of this is this young man. His name is Bahir Hayes. He teaches at a mastery charter school in the city of Philadelphia. And he was hired as a young man, ascended the ranks. He was recognized by the principal and not immediately, but quickly moved to the top of the pay grade, which would have been fairly difficult in a traditional public school system. So it shows you the potential benefits of the flexibility in a charter school to recognize young talent. What are the effects on students? So the big issue with students is largely school choice. Charter school advocates will say, it's not a one-size-fits-all education system. You need to find the school that's right for your student, and charter schools allow you to do that, which is the big selling point for charter schools. They allow you to find a school that fits your student, which you can see reflected in this quote, if you take a look. This is from the Pennsylvania Coalition of Public Charter Schools. And the symbol of this is kind of the uniform. So traditionally, public schools do not wear uniforms. Charter schools in Philadelphia largely do. And this is kind of a symbol of their ability to change the rules, break tradition, break the paradigm. So what are the strengths and weaknesses of charter schools? It's a double-edged sword, really. You have a school like the Souderton Charter School Collaborative in the suburbs of Philadelphia. They have innovative programs like the Singapore Math Curriculum and the 100 Book Challenge, and it ends up producing elite results. It's a very popular school. Many students are sought after, looking to find placement in this school. On the other hand, there's schools like the Harambee Institute of Science and Technology in Philadelphia, where the cafeteria was rented as a nightclub in 2010. In 2013, the CEO embezzled $80,000 of school money. So there's a lot of room. There's a lot of freedom for excellence and a lot of freedom for big, terrible problems in charter schools. So thank you for listening. You can see here, these are my sources. A lot of good things here, but I hope you learned a bit about charter schools. And yes, thank you again.